Hello guys, welcome to today's live. Why you're going backwards in your business, backwards. Let's kind of use that term very loosely, but why you're going backwards in your business and how you can fix it. I've been doing lives on Instagram for the last little while, and I was like, I want to mix it up a little bit today. I want to head over into Facebook land. And I know that you guys here on Facebook are going to really appreciate the fact that I am looking after the Tamagotchi again today, and you'll also be pleased to know that it's like 6 years old now. So I'm nailing it. I'm absolutely nailing it. Now, if this is your first time watching one of my lives, my name's Karli, and I also have a group here on Facebook where we talk about, share, teach, do all the things like business and energetics. So if you would like to come over and join that group, I'll put the link below here a little bit later so that you can come and join in that group. We're going to do lots more lives, and we've got Q&As in there now at the moment as well, and it's a whole vibe. So what does it look like when you are going backwards in your business? Again, I'm using that term really loosely. Okay, maybe it's like you've had an amazing month. You have had some new clients come in. You've made some cash and you're feeling on top of the world. You might have launched a new program and it did really well. Okay. So you're feeling like things are going really, really good. And then all of a sudden it's like next month comes and you're like, oh shit. Okay. So, I've got to replicate that because I've got to make money again next month. So how am I going to do that? And you start to feel lack. You start to question whether it's possible. You start to question whether you can do it. You start to, even feel desperate, and like you have this real different sort of energy in the way that you're showing up. You might feel like, it's not going to happen. And because you start feeling like this, desperate, this lack energy, when you do take action, you're taking action from where you are right now. Right? So let's say, this version of you that's not believing that they've got it. They're not believing that they can call in the clients again. They're not believing that they can, make money. Then they're not feeling that. So you're then taking action from this place. And when we take action, like we want to be taking action as the version of ourselves who's already done it, who's already got the results, who knows 100% with no shadow of any doubt that it's happening. Right? So we're sort of taking this action out of desperation. We're feeling like, oh my God, I have to do things. And if I don't do these things, then I'm fucked, right? So that's sort of how that looks like. And then, you finish the month and you're like, shit, okay, I didn't make the money that I wanted to make. And then you kind of like, you go through this cycle. Okay. And so before we talk about why this could be happening, and I want to share with you like four reasons why this could be happening. Let's talk about why it's not happening, and let's kind of bust these myths, right? Because you might be thinking right now that, oh, look, it's happening because I just don't have what it takes. I'm not meant to be in this business, right? You might also be thinking that, oh, it's happening because I'm on the wrong path. So then you use that as a reason or an excuse to kind of go and change your offer or change your niche, right? Like fucking self-sabotage at its finest. And hands up, like I've been there too. It's not happening because you lack expertise or because you're not a good enough coach or you're not, good enough in your business. And it's not happening because you're not trying. Okay. Because I know that like if you're in my world and you're attracted to the way that I share and the way that I teach, like you're showing up and you're taking action, right? You're doing the things. Okay. So it's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you don't have what it takes. It's not because you're on the wrong path necessarily. It's not because you're out of alignment with the universe and there's something better for you. Okay. And it's not because you're not trying. So why is it? Why does this tend to happen? In business? And it happens a lot in those like early stages, we have a couple of really good months and it's like, oh my God, can I do this again? Can I hold this again? Okay. So I'm going to share with you the four reasons that it could be happening. And number one is that you don't have a long-term vision. You don't have a long-term strategy. Okay. So you could be right now just kind of like, you've got a couple of, maybe like you've got a short-term strategy in mind. You've got a short-term strategy that you're using, but you don't have any vision and any, idea of what's next after that. Okay, so we want to really be in this vibe and in this energy and in this place of actually really planning for long-term and sustainable growth. Okay, because to be looking only like a couple of weeks, down the track is probably not going to cut it. And if you don't have a long-term vision and a long-term strategy right now, then that could be one of the reasons why you are feeling like you're going backwards. Okay, where you're feeling like things are not connecting and coming together like they once were. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of like, just you're sitting and you're hoping and you're posting content and hoping that like this is the post that someone's going to connect with, right? You need to have a strategy around your content. You need to be sharing your content and creating with intention, knowing that when you share something, you're either going to get, people raising their hands saying that they're interested. You're either going to get, new followers. You're either going to get people, engaging and commenting, right? You've got to have like crystal clear intention behind every piece of content that you post. Okay, so that's the first reason that this could be happening. You could be experiencing this, is that you just don't have a long enough term strategy or vision. The second reason, and let's kind of go into a bit of the energetics here, is that your mind is still stuck in that place of, I don't deserve this. I am not worthy of this. I cannot do this. People like me don't make money in a business. People like me need to have a secure job, right? That was one of my beliefs for the longest time. So what is that internal dialogue that is within you right now that you need to shift to actually realize that, of course, you're worthy. Of course, you are good enough. Of course, you can do this. Of course, you deserve this. Okay? And that's there's so many ways that you can reprogram your mind. Like one of my favorite and most simple ways is to like record all of the affirmations and things that I desire to believe, desire to be, and I listen to them over and over and over again. Okay. And what that does is that creates new neural pathways in our mind, because you didn't always think that way about yourself. And the cool thing about that is that you can change it, right? With repetition. That's all we do. Repetition. The third thing is, and I always love this one, is that you don't have the right support to move forward. You don't know what the next best steps are, and you don't have somebody to walk with you, right? And whether you work with me or whether you work with anyone else, it doesn't matter, right? But it's about you having some support, somebody to walk with you when things get tough, when the strategy that you've been implementing doesn't work anymore, okay? Because, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's 2024. And, what worked last year or the year before doesn't necessarily work now, right? And what is working now may not work, in the next 6 months, in the next 3 months, in the next, 2 years, okay? So we've got to have some support. We've got to have people who are there to hold us and to walk with us and to guide us, right? To be able to, what's the word? Like, it's like you get that bird's eye view. I can't remember the word, but you need somebody who can zoom out and actually look into your business and the way that you are operating now, and be able to help you see what you cannot see. Okay. Because when you're in it, you're so in it, you cannot see what's not working. Right. And most of us do this. We kind of we get into habits and we just do because it's what we've always done. And if we continue to do that, then we get the same results that we've always got, right? So if you're in this place right now where you want a different result, you've got to take different action. And if you don't know what that next right action is, that's okay, but you've got to get some support from somebody who can help you with understanding what those next right actions are, okay? And if you feel like that person is me, fucking drop me a DM, drop me a comment, let me know, because guess what? I've got 2 scholarship posies left for 2024. Okay. We're finalizing applications this week. And if you want to magnetize soul clients, if you want to double your income, and if you want to rapidly transform your impact, then this is the program for you to do that. Okay. And I can say that so confidently because of the results that we got in the first round. Okay, we've had people who were sitting on a program for 2 years and they got 9 new clients in a 2-week launch. She cut her launch, she cut her launch period by 2 weeks because she'd already filled her program. How cool is that? right? We had somebody who had clients just coming out of nowhere who she'd never spoken to or seen before buying her products and programs. We have network marketers who one of the women got her first new team member. She'd been grinding for months and months and months with nobody coming into her business on her team. She got her first team member within 3 weeks. Okay. So the results that we're getting in this program are absolutely incredible. So if that is of interest to you, then reach out, either DM or drop me a comment, because you've only got a couple of days left to apply for a scholarship. Okay. And the fourth one, I was going to leave it at 3 before, but I was like, oh no, this one's really fucking important, is that you're potentially not getting enough new blood into your business. You're not getting enough new people coming in, getting their eyes on you. You're not getting enough new eyes on you, right? You're not visible enough. You're not getting enough people coming into your business, right? And one of my mentors always says this. She's like, new blood is the lifeblood of your business. And it is so true. Like if we're not getting new people into our business, then like you're going to feel like things are drying up. And this is often what happens, people who are in those really early stages, is that they have a really good launch, right? They sell out their first couple of programs. And that's because, all of these people have sort of been watching them, waiting for them to do something. And then they launch it and they're like, yes, like let me at it, right? And they sell out. And then they go to launch again, or, they continue selling and they're wondering why no one's buying. It's because there's no new people coming into their business, right? So what I would invite you to look at here is really look at what lead generation are you doing? How proactive are you being in your business every single day to make sure that there are constantly new people coming into your world, new people seeing you, new people who potentially may want what you have. All right. So, and there are there is a list as long as my arm of the things that you could be doing to really be like proactive in creating these new people coming into your world. Right. So you can be, obviously, yes, like posting your content, creating your content really intentionally, putting it onto different platforms. Doing collaborations with people, doing lives, but doing them with other people as well. Do you have a podcast? You'd be interviewing people. Like there are so many different ways that you can be doing that. So I would invite you to just kind of like look at your lead generation strategy right now, what strategies you have in place and where there is room for you to move. Okay. And particularly, if you're like, if you've got like full-time availability kind of in your business, it's like, well, okay, when we're not teaching, when we're not delivering on our products, like this is the stuff that we really get to be doing as well, right? Is helping people see us so that we can help them, we can have impact on them. So yeah, what are you doing to be proactive and to be more visible? All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I also wanted to, and I probably should have said this at the beginning, because it was on my mind before. But going backwards, like it's a state of mind as well. We also need to remember that the trajectory is rarely just going to be like this. Okay. There's going to be wobbles. There's going to be bumps. Okay. But as long as you've got these other 4 things in place, as long as you've got the long-term vision and the strategy, as long as you have got the mindset, and you're working on that mindset every single day, as long as you've got the right support, and as long as you're constantly working on generating those leads, it's going to straighten back up again. Okay, but you've got to have those 4 things in place. All right, thanks for watching. I love yous, and I'll see you.